What are your thoughts on what can be done to bring down food prices? And I sort of commented that there have been a release of grains. Do you think this is going to achieve the result that the question is based on? Bring down food prices?
I agree with you. I think first, government has announced, and I agree, because you have to have a short-term and a long-term plans in resolving these issues. At the short term, this is what the government has been able to do. Say, look, the Minister of Agri, Senator Abubakar Kari, has announced, including the Minister of Information, they've said government will release over 42 metric tons of grains from the grain reserve. And also that the Rice Millers Association will release about 60 metric tons, making 102 metric tons of grains. And in the short time, I think once it is released, it will really, really help. However, the challenge has always been not releasing grains. The challenge is when you release this grain, does it get to the common man? And this is where I feel something should be done in this regard. For example, a committee should be put in place in each state so that governors should be part of it, members of House of Assembly from that state should be part of the committee, members of House of Reps or senators from National Assembly from particular states should be involved, religious leaders should be involved, security agencies should also be involved, and even anti-corruption agencies should be involved. Once these people are involved, Nigerians will be able to get this food. But if you release grains and you do not monitor how it is being delivered to the masses, it is difficult that the effects will be there. You could recall during the COVID-19, we had similar challenges where government released grains, but some people stocked them in their warehouses. Some people said they were even waiting to repackage it for campaign purposes. However, I think this government will not just release grains and just watch. I have confidence that they will follow it from the beginning to the end. And in the short time, I think that is a good thing. It will reduce the prices of foods and in the market. And in the long term, investment in agriculture should be there so that people can be able to go back to their farms and be able to produce more food, have access to roads and what have you. I think this is my view on this.
We're talking about the grains and our records in the past. Our records don't speak very well for us, as you've just indicated yourself. And one wonders what the problem is. Sometimes one gets the impression of a football team, Team Nigeria, and why would the forwards or whichever winger in Team Nigeria, quote unquote, look towards his own goal and begin to seek to score there? In other words, it has been said that oftentimes we are our own worst enemy. Do you see this as an important part of the problem that we have in this country? That it's one thing for government to initiate and float ideas and objectives, but it's another thing entirely for it to be executed faithfully, honestly, transparently, in line with the thoughts of the release. So you were saying that government should be involved, everybody of substance should be involved, but I don't know that we have that machinery to ensure the desired objective. The same happened, remember, complaints, we heard complaints from fertilizer distribution. They were the guys who really needed and were the main objective of exercises, complaining that they never got it. So going back to, nobody's going to come and do it for us. It can only, if they were to come, you, among other, distinguished commentators, will comment that, no, you can't come and try. We know what to do. Do we really, Honorable?
Yes, we really have the ability to distribute these grains and to get to the right people. I think all we have is political will. And the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu has this political will to do so. And let me even let you know, Nigerians are hungry at the moment. Any individual, whether politician or public officer or whatever, that will be given these grains to go and distribute, if that person attempts to divert those grains, I think that person will understand that he is living in Nigeria. and the people, Nigerian masses will not take it lightly. I can assure you that. And so, because Nigerians should not be taken for granted, once government has been able to release these grains should be given. And that was why I said, the only way for us to effectively monitor this is that you don't just carry grains and hand it over to state government. That has been the problem. They will give it to state government and allow the state government to decide on ways and means to distribute these grains. In my view, it is not the best. However, it is very important that state governments who are elected leaders in their state should be carried along, but they shouldn't be allowed to decide entirely as to how these things should be distributed. That was why I suggested that in each of the states, religious leaders should be part of it. Anti-corruption agencies should be part of it. And even elected representatives, be it state or at the national level, should be part of it. Once these people are part of it, it will be difficult to allow somebody to divert. And it should not be on a political party basis, because President Bola Tinubu is a Nigerian president. I am from the APC. But this grain is not an APC grain. This is a grain that is meant for Nigerians. And it is to cushion the effect of the prices and the shortages of food that people are suffering. And in my view, that is the only way we can be able to have solid distribution network. And I think with the good political will, with determination, we should have fear of God in our minds to distribute it. And government, well given this, should give strong warning to whoever diverting, and that person should be dealt with. So if this is followed, I can assure you that the Nigerian masses will be happy over it.